You ever open a pack and it's got a double mythic? What pack could be better than that? Let's talk about what could be a god pack. And has anyone ever hit one? Howdy, howdy, American Texan here, and I love talking about trading cards and specifically Wonders of the First. And in this video, we're going to talk about what would be a god pack. What is the best possible pack you could get for your money in both the collector boosters and the play boosters, the two different types of booster packs that you can get for Wonders of the First. We're going to theorize about it. As far as I know, I haven't seen one get hit. I have seen some great packs from Hobby Club, for example. Whenever they rip a pack and they get double E packs, double epic packs, they go E. Shout out Mitch. And I can't do the E as good as he, but I always joke that I want to see an back with a double mythic. I would love to see that. But let's theorize exactly what could be inside of a god pack. And I have no idea if these are going to be possible with the way that they collate or the way that they organize the different packs. But if you were to have a god pack, it should have in each hit spot the best possible card you could get. So to recap, I'm going to pull up a screenshot here. I have a video. What's the difference between collector boosters and play boosters? If you want to get a primer on what those different pack types are, you can go and watch that. But just as a short recap, the collector boosters you get out of collector booster boxes and collector bundles. I don't know what Call of the Stones is going to look like when that comes out or any future sets, but ideally I'm sure there's going to be two different types of packs, mainly for retail. That's the collector booster, which has the formless foil and serialized hit possibilities. And then there's the play booster packs, which are mainly paper with foils to hit, as well as a very long shot on getting an alt art formless foil inside of these play booster packs. You're not going to get anything serialized in the play booster packs, but you could get the alt art. That's going to be kind of like your big holy grail hit inside of these. Now, in that video, just to recap, if you don't want to go watch it, I'll put the link down in the description below. But in that recap, we talk about the different orders of cards inside the packs. There are slots for every card that's inside the pack. Every collector booster pack will start with 3 commons, then will be followed by 2 uncommons. Then the next spot, you'll get a common foil, and that's guaranteed in every pack, common foil. Then you're going to get a foil of any rarity. Then you're going to get the hit spot. I only put formless foil here, but actually that could be a formless foil, that could be an OCM, could be a stone foil, any kind of serialized number card, okay? Now, in the collector booster packs, there are certain orders of cards. Every card is going to fit into a slot, and all those slots are the same. Now, the type of card that you get out of those slots is going to vary from pack to pack, but every collector booster pack is going to follow this pattern. You're going to start with 3 commons, then you're going to get 2 uncommons after that. So you're starting off with 5 paper cards, common and uncommon. Then you're going to go into common foil, which is going to be a foil, basic foil of a common rarity. Then you're going to get a foil of any rarity. This is where you could hit a foil mythic. And again, that's regular foil, same foils that are in the play packs. And then you're going to get the hit spot. Now, I don't want to have any confusion here. In that hit spot, for it to be considered a hit in my books, it needs to come with the formless foil, which is a first edition, only printed and available in those collector booster packs, or it's going to be an OCM or a stone foil. That's the serialized cards, OCMs, commons out of 99, uncommons out of 75, rares out of 50, epics out of 25, and then mythics out of 10, which means they only print 10 mythics, 1 through 10. Now, only about 1 of every 3 collector booster packs are going to have that hit, so to speak. The other percentage of collector booster packs are going to just have a token foil, or it should be a foil token. Just keep that in mind, that just because you buy a collector booster pack does not mean you're going to hit a formless foil or an OCM. 2 out of 3 times you're going to hit just a token foil on it. After that, then you're going to follow it up with paper cards. So you're going to get a rare or better paper, and then you're going to get any rarity after that. So anything common to mythic, and then you're going to follow that with 2 commons. So you're always going to have 5 commons in every pack. You're going to always have 2 uncommons in every pack, and you're always going to have 1 common foil in every pack. Everything else is going to be varied. Just keep in mind, remember, the hit spot 2 out of 3 times is going to be a token. So what would that look like for a god pack? Well, as far as the god pack is, because we know that 8 of those cards are going to be the same regardless, right? Those aren't going to change. You're not going to have an accidental god pack, okay? What's really going to change is these 4 spots here that are going to be highly varied between each pack. And so in a god pack, in that first spot, Foil of any rarity, obviously you want to hit a foil mythic. In the next spot, the hit spot, you obviously want to hit an OCM or a stone foil. So if you want to be like a pure, like just down the middle, like, hey, we have to define this is the best pack ever, then yeah, you would hit a stone foil in that pack. Let's call that a Titan pack. I don't think you're going to pull that. So I would say you would hit an OCM. If you wanted to make it more accessible, you could probably say formless foil or any hit, but let's say a numbered card for that hit spot. Then you want to get paper mythic for the rare or better spot and any rarity spot. So in total, in a god pack for a collector booster pack, you would be hitting at least 3 mythics and an OCM. And if you want to be greedy, a mythic OCM or a stone foil. That's what you'd be looking at. And you'd be looking at a foil mythic, numbered card, and then 2 paper mythics. That's kind of what it would be like to open up a pack like that. I've seen a mythic foil and a mythic paper pack. I don't think I've seen a mythic foil and an OCM pack together, but I've seen combinations of like 2 of these, but never 3 or more. So I would love to see an pack. And if you want to go Titan tier, right? Let's just say you get the stone foil in it. What would be the best mythic foil? I think obviously a quill foil. And then what would be the best paper mythics? I think you would have to hit one of the Prologue 5 minus Emma, because she could come in the uncommon spot. That's just a little Easter egg there. So maybe if you hit, like for the Titan pack, the stone foil quill, a mythic quill, a paper quill, and then maybe like a paper pub or a paper Drogothar. That'd be like a Titan pack, right? So that's what I had fun kind of thinking about the collector booster pack god packs. And then for the play boosters are almost the same. In fact, if you remember, I mentioned that if you get a collector pack and it doesn't have that hit, that serialized hit or formless foil hit, it's just a token, foil token. That collector pack is basically the same as a play pack. Now, I don't know if the collation is different, but the contents as far as what's inside are basically the same. So when you open up a play booster pack, you're going to get the same thing on the ends. You're going to get 3 paper commons, 2 paper uncommons, and it's going to close out with 2 paper commons. What you're going to get in the middle is what's going to vary. So the hit spot is going to be different than the collector booster box. The hit spot in most play packs is just going to be a token foil, okay? What happens, though, is about every 1 in 25, I think it was 1 in every 25 was the last I heard, bundles is going to have an alt art formless foil inside of it. When that hits, that's going to be like the ultimate hit spot, okay? If you think about it, it's about 1 in every 150 packs are going to have that hit spot. But we do want to consider it for the god pack discussion. Then you're going to get a common foil, just like in the collector booster pack. Then you're going to get a foil of any rarity, and then you're going to get a rare or better paper, and then any rarity paper. So what would a god pack look like for the play boosters, okay? Obviously, the only ones that are going to change are the hit spot, the foil of any rarity, and the rare or better. I guess also the any rarity. I should have started that. So you're going to have the God pack in that hit spot, which is the 5th spot in the play boosters. You're going to have the alt art. You're going to find that alt art Pink Spore or Moonfire Crystal Mouse. You're going to still have that common foil. And then you're going to have the hits after that, which is a foil mythic for the foil of any rarity. And then you're going to get 2 paper mythics for the rarities for the papers. So the God pack for the play boosters is going to be the alt art and then foil mythic, paper mythic, paper mythic. Now within the alt arts, you might hit there's different varieties of alt arts, and I believe they're on different print runs. So for example, for every 10 of one of the Moonfire Crystal Mice alt arts, they might have only printed 30 of another alt art Moonfire Crystal Mouse. So I think within the alt arts, there are different rarities within there. We don't have confirmation of that. We can only just look at anecdotal evidence of how many we see of each one hit. So alt art, ideally you'd hit the rarest Moonfire Crystal Mouse alt formless inside the play packs, or you'd hit the rarest Pink Spore inside of the play pack. And then of course you'd get a foil mythic and then 2 paper mythics. What do you think? I'm interested to know, what would you think would be the best cards to hit inside of a god pack? Like obviously you want to hit the rarest alt art, then you want to hit the foil quill, then you want to hit the paper quill. What do you think? What would you want to see inside of a god pack? Are there different mythics you think should be hit? Maybe we should have considered the uncommon spot should also have an Emma, because Emma can show up in the uncommon spot. Now I think only for the collector booster packs, but what would you know? What's the best pack that you've hit? I know several people that have hit packs. That's where you get an epic and another epic. Have you hit a double M pack? I would love to know. Let's nerd out about this and just have fun talking about the game. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, like this video. If you didn't like this video, I only believe you if you hit that dislike button twice. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Adios.